Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M40 M43. It's the Tier 8 American SPG and it's located on the northeast spawn of Province. And it's under the command of FendaBenda. And he's got a mark of excellence on his barrel, so I think we're in for a fairly good battle. I should expect so.
Time to roll out.
Okay, they're underway. Now the M43, because this is the M43 version, it's got the 8-inch howitzer. That's the short fat gun on this one. If it has the long thin gun, that would be the 155mm gun, not the 8-inch. And this one is the M43, and the M43 and M40 both saw service during World War II, but only one of each type was actually in the European theatre. Now FendaBenda's moving them back into the trees and he's found his firing position. He's now looking for a target, and I think that there's nobody come up onto the west side, on the east side yet, because the fences were still up on the road. Have they been knocked down yet? No, they're still up. The fences I'm referring to are slightly down on that ramp that runs up into the east side. Fires around at the lurver, 269 hit points of damage. Yeah, he's almost there. Just underneath the green line now is that ramp, and you can see a couple of fences. When the fences are knocked down, somebody went up there. So you look for those little clues to tell you, is the enemy there? Has there been any destruction? Now he's got 16 rounds of 8-inch caliber ammunition, so he has to pick his targets carefully. He's also got a fairly long reload. Now, I think it's about 35 seconds at least. I can confirm that when we actually see the reload details. Okay, he's dialing in on T10, fires the round out, and that, no, went long. It was a snapshot, and you're not going to get the round over the top of those buildings. You really need something like a Sturmpanzer or a Griller at maximum range to be able to lob a shell over those buildings. And what we've got down there is a pair of tanks, a Batchat 12-ton, and they've managed to get up behind that rock so they can take shots at our guys on the other side of the hill. And we're almost complete on loading. We're dialed in fully. We're waiting for the load to complete and we can blast them out of existence. We're loaded. Rounds out straight away. Direct hit! Wipes the Batchat 12-ton out. 467 hit points of damage. That shows you what the 8-inch howitzer can actually do. It really is a very powerful gun. You only get 16 rounds of ammunition, but you can make them effective. You can wipe out tanks with one shot just like that. Now, we've got a Centurion 5-1 on one side and a Progetto 46 on the other, but both of them are trying to stay behind the buildings to ensure they don't get hit. Now, unfortunately, our tanks are actually showing signs of stun, which means obviously they were hit by enemy Arty, and I think that was another Arty round that just hit, wiped out our T26, but we got a good shot on the Progetto 46 for 468 hit points. We've now got the reload going through. Looks like the other Arty are trying to get the Centurion. Now, over on the other side of the map, we can see that T32 and T10 are still holed up behind that building, and they're going to stay there because there are a T32 and a T54 lightweight on the heights overlooking them. And there's the Centurion 7-1, and he's managed to get behind the building, and the lurver's there as well. We're just waiting for the reload to complete. Rounds out straight away, and a direct hit. 295 hit points, 2 critical hits. And it looks like our friendly Arty is also going after that lurver. Now we're looking at the Centurion. He is basically a one-shot. If we can get the round through him, it should do enough damage to take him out of the game. And I think the Object 430 is backing away, trying to side scrape and get a shot into the Centurion. If he does, that will help us a great deal. Because it looks like the Centurion is using that wreck of the T26E4 as kind of extra armour. And if he can put a round over the top of the wreck into the Centurion and rounds out, and he wipes him out. Yeah, I thought that would happen. 112 hit points. He did take a hit from the 430 or the Martian, and that helped. So we've still got one tank down there, the Progetto 46. We've got the lurver. There's an AMX 1375, I think, up there somewhere. Oh no, AMX 1390, I beg your pardon. And he's up on the little heights up there, and I think they're firing on that area because they think he's poking around the corner. So we're keeping an eye at the moment on the Lurva and the Progetto. Now we can't get a shot over at that shot, but we can hit that Udes, who's retreating back in the back. Oh, I saw a tracer. I think if you saw a tracer as well. Now, can he actually get the Arty? Rounds out. Oh, he did! Excellent shot. GW Tiger P taking out the game. That's a tier 8 German SPG. And he's just wiped him out. He gave away his position just as the Udes went past him. He fired. And that was his big mistake, because at that moment he was vulnerable. And we can see the 1390 is overlooking, spying, and just took a massive round there. Now, unfortunately, we're not loaded, so we can't shoot, but here's a splash kill. We only need to get the round near him, and he's out the game. And that's exactly what we're doing here. FendaBenda's gonna, or is he gonna fire? No, he's gonna go after the 110. Or he's got a red line. Yeah, it's a difficult shot, that one. It's a very difficult shot. The Lurva's come to the other side now. And on that side, the building's actually in the way. It's hindering us. Oh, we've just lost the Object 430 to their enemy Arty, the Batchat 155-55, because he went round the corner. And the Malshin is firing at the AMX 1390. And the Lurva's gone down. He'd been taken out by the Striv S1. So, now the scores are even at the moment, except our team has 2 heavy tanks, 2 tank destroyers, 2 Arty. The enemy team has 1 heavy tank, 2 tank destroyers, 2 light tanks, and 1 Arty. And the reason obviously is that FendaBenda took out that GW Tiger P. Now he's platooned with the Striv 103. He's got 3 kills, the Striv has only got 1 so far. Now it might be that they've platooned because the Striv might have a mission to get a certain amount of damage done. Oh, we just lost the T-32 to the LTTB. He did a drive-by and he's running behind that building to get safe, but he's popped out the other side. There's nobody spotting him now. He's just too far away, so we can't hit him. That is really unfortunate. That we didn't get any warning that the LTTB was about to do it, but we can see the 110. And we are loaded, but we've got to dial in on that target. Now, can we get a shot into him? No, he's gone behind the rock. He knows he's in cover. Ah, now we can get him. Rounds out. And a direct hit. 473 hit points. That was a good shot. Useful. 2,084 hit points of damage. And the LTTB's coming up this way. Oh my god. And we're not loaded. We are loading. Oh, this could be very, very bad. There's not a lot he can do. He's loading, so there's absolutely nothing he can do except try and ram the enemy. If he tries to ram the enemy, he is going to suffer damage. Well, he's had a hit for 183. He can get behind the rock. Oh, he's lost the track this time and suffered more damage. He's a one-shot now, but he shotguns the LTTB in the face. 274 hit points. But he needs to do his track up and get out of there quick, because otherwise enemy Arty will counter battery him. And the Udes has come up as well to try and finish us off. Right, he's still in the load, but the Udes is just below the escarpment. The enemy Arty must have been occupied elsewhere because he didn't pay attention. He should have actually taken FendaBenda out of the game the moment he was spotted. But he didn't. Now the Udes is occupied. The M43 55 is trying to wipe him out, and oh yes, but I think he killed the M53. He did some damage to the Udes. He did 557 hit points of damage to the Udes, but he did take out the M53 with that shot. There was not a lot he could do. The Udes was going to get the M53 anyway. So what he actually did is actually effectively help the team by trying to take the Udes out of the equation, even if it meant the M53 lost his life. Now, we're almost finished on the reload. 38.31 seconds it is. And the UDES is still there. But the UDES is no longer there because he's just been wiped out. And it's good that FendaBenda got into an Arty safe position while he was behind the rock, because the enemy Arty might have taken a shot. Now, we occupy the east side of the map. The enemy occupies the west side of the map. Now, there is an AMX 1390 down the south, and there's that 110. But the 110 is badly damaged, so is the AMX 1390. They are one-shots, both of them. If you can get around near that 110, that will be a great help. But the clock is ticking down. There's 4 minutes 45 seconds to go, so he needs to get a move on. Can't do anything until the 110 comes out. Now the Striv is going down to the cap area. The Martian's holding that 110 in place, and we can't see the AMX 1390. There's the 1390. Okay, now we can see him, but he's down to 17 hit points. Is he going to spot? No, he's moving forward. I think he's trying to fool us. The Striv's coming up behind the 110. Can we get a shot into the 110? Oh, the enemy Arty just fired at us. And he splash kills the 110 for 224. So he's out the game. Now they can go after the AMX 1390. I thought the Striv was going to start capping, but in actual fact, he was going around the 110 to get him from behind. The Striv will come up on the 1390. There's nowhere for the 1390 to go. He can't go over the edge. He would die the moment he tried. He's going to try and run around the 103. He might be able to do some damage to the 103, but he can't kill the Striv S1 as well. So if he stays up there, we'll whack him with an Arty round. We've only got 5 left, but that should be enough. Fires a round in, tries to get some splash. He stunned the 1390. And FendaBenda's moving to try and get a better angle. Oh, we just lost the Striv S1. Went out to the enemy Arty. I think FendaBenda's trying to get a better angle, but he's also headed down towards the valley into the to see if he can actually guard the cap. Or is he gone? No, he's pulling back, and I think he's going to go into the bush. From here, he can get a better angle on the enemy Arty area. We've dealt with the AMX 1390. He's gone. So there's now just 2 enemies remaining, an Object 704 and a Batchat 155-55. Now, chances are they're going to be in the west side of the map. Neither of them have been seen yet on the battlefield. So I expect both of them are in these bushes at the back of the map. Now he's gone to overhead view because it's actually easier to spot the true location, the exact location of the enemy if you do that. You can also switch off visual clues like that, and the tracer shows up even more visibly. The Striv's going into the back area. And he spotted one of them. It's the 704. We're dialing in. Oh, we lose the Striv. Fires a round in. Oh, and he goes along. Oh no! And now the Martian's only got 113 hit points. The 704's got a lot more than that. That was the 2-minute hooter, by the way. This doesn't look good for the Martian. Oh no. So now it's 2 against 1 now. FendaBenda's all on his own with 1 minute 20 seconds to go. The trouble is that even if both of the enemy were to make it up this way up to the cap, I don't think they'll be able to cap out in time. I don't think they've got the time now, right now, to start capping. It would take them too long just to get over here. And I think FendaBenda is actually going shotgun. He's going to go and try and intercept the 704. Either that, or he's expecting the 704 to go up onto the heights after him. Or is he setting up an ambush? This looks like an ambush. And it's something I did earlier this evening. I set up an ambush. I saw somebody who was around a corner. I waited for them. I dialed in my aim on a specific spot and waited for them to turn up. Oh my god, the Batchat is behind him and is capping. There's only 28 seconds to go, and the Batchat's one of the fastest Artys in the game. other than the Burt, the FB304. Now he's got to hope and pray that the Object 704 can't see him right now and can't fire at him. There comes the... Oh, he kills the Batchat with a shotgun. Beautifully done. I think he was expecting to do that to the 704, but it's worked out okay because there's no way that they can catch him now. It's a draw. Oh, that was close. That was very close. And it's an ace tanker for FendaBenda in the M40, M43. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 23 in that battle. So that's an awful lot. And he picked up a high caliber and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he got 7 when he took out the Batchat. So really good battle and a win 8 of 8732. Super Unicum levels standard here. Some really good shots, precision shots, shotguns and everything. And it was very, very, very close. It could so easily have gone the other way if only he got that 704 when it was on the move. But I suspect actually, like all of us, he wanted to try and get the 704 as it was moving to save the Martian. But when you take shots like that, you always regret them afterwards because the enemy stops, takes aim, and if you aimed at them then, you would have got a sure kill for certain. But a really close battle, a nail biter, and so good that he spotted and was able to deal with the Batchat 155-55. I was always expecting that shell from the 704 from across the valley to try and take him out, but I think the 704 may have gone up the cliff, and in doing so he was unable to shoot FendaBenda at that moment. So wow, that was close. That really takes it out of you. So let's have a look at team scores. Highest damage, 4,019 hit points of damage overall. The Striv managed 2,671. The highest scorer on the enemy team was the Centurion 5-1. He did 2,420. When it came to kills, it was FendaBenda who got the highest amount. In fact, it shows 6 here. He did kill 7, but obviously he's deducted 1 because he took out the M53, M55 by accident. And the M53-55 did get the Confederate at the end of the battle. So I'm sure that FendaBenda apologised, and I'm sure he understood why he had to shoot at that particular moment. Because if he didn't shoot and didn't take out the UDES, they might have lost the M53 anyway for no damage at all done on the UDES. So 6 kills, but it was actually 7. The next high scorer was the Centurions 5-1 on the enemy team. He managed 4 kills, and the Object 704, he managed 3 kills. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 14 rounds during that battle. He got 8 direct hits, 8 penetration and 8 splash. Damage of 4,019 hit points, of which 2,748 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits during that battle, 2 penetrations, and they were all at close range by the LTTB here. And if we look at the LTTB stats and see exactly what he did, we can see that here he is. He managed 1385. He got where is it now? Enemy vehicles, 4 kills and 4 damage and 1 kill. And of course that kill was that drive-by that he did over on the other side of the map. But he tried very hard to kill FendaBenda, and in the end he failed. So when he fired at the FendaBenda, he did do damage, he did penetrate, and left FendaBenda on virtually no hit points whatsoever at the end of the battle, but he still survived. The enemy Arty didn't manage to locate him. He also killed one of the enemy and did 219 hit points of damage to his own team. He got 1 enemy vehicle spotted, which was the Batchat 155-55. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6 of them. That's 3/5 of the enemy team damaged and 2/5 of the enemy team destroyed. In fact, actually, it was more than 2/5 because, as we know, it was 7 kills. He did damage to the enemy, stun assistance damage of 463 hit points off 9 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 62,750 credits. He got 5,039 credits because he got the high caliber, because that's a courageous resistance award for getting both the high caliber and the Top Gun. And after deduction of the fine for damaging and taking out the M43-55, which was 18,242 credits, that's a huge amount actually. He actually had only 49,547 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and the ammo is expensive, he only had 11,377 credits left over. He received 2 bonds, one for the high caliber, one for the Top Gun. He also picked up 1,197 XP, plus an additional 697 XP for Courageous Resistance for getting an epic medal, minus 6 XP for damaging his own teammate, who was that 8. I think that's maybe an 8. My eyesight is going at sometimes, and I look and I can't read it. 6, sorry. And that left him with 1,888 experience points altogether. So particularly interesting battle, very tense at the end, and good that it was a draw and not a loss. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.